Welcome back to another video. Today it is a late night stream. It is 11 o'clock my time, but I have a couple of videos that I want to go ahead and bang out really quick. So yeah, let's hop on right to it. If you guys end up watching live, then feel free to leave a comment down in the live comments and I'll be happy to respond. And if you're watching it back, feel free to enjoy the ride. And if you're going to watch this in a normal video, you're probably not going to see this part and probably nobody's going to watch this late anyways. So cheers to the late night grind. Okay. So let's see. Okay, I want to share this. Not that one. I want to share. Okay, I want to share this. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and share. It's on LinkedIn. Mark. Okay, cool. All right. All right, let's go ahead and dive into this segment really quick. I got my notes up and let's see what this is. Cool. Okay. Okay, cool. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to read the post from Mark. Then we are going to read the post from Lucid. Then we're going to read the press release. Cool. Holy cow, Lucid has finally decided to join the party. Their CEO making a statement about 5 hours ago responding to an official Lucid Motors post. This is going to be a good one, so go ahead and buckle up if you guys don't know. My name is McKay Thomason, but let's jump right into this video. So let me go ahead and share my... Dang it, I wasn't sharing my screen. Okay, let me try this again. Is this going to work? Yeah, that's fine. Welcome back to another video. The interim CEO of Lucid just posted on his LinkedIn an update, an update, not a update, an update. Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to go ahead and dive into a post from the interim CEO of Lucid. His name is Mark Winterhoff. And he has responded to an official Lucid Motors post about the beginning of the journey of their ADAS, their hands-free system. We're going to go ahead and dive into everything, dissect it, react to it, and go ahead and I'll give my opinion on it and everything in between. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So as you can see here, Mark posted on LinkedIn. He said, today marks an exciting milestone on our journey at Lucid. Starting July 30th, which is here in about 15 days, Lucid Airs equipped with DreamDrive Pro will receive an over-the-air update that unlocks hands-free driver assist and hands-free lane change assist. I recently had the chance to test the new features myself, and let me tell you, it's a game changer. There's something magical about taking your hands off the wheel safely, of course, and watching the car handle the drive with such precision and confidence. This update is more than just new tech. It's a powerful example of how our vehicles are built not only to be exceptional from day one, but to evolve and improve with time. It reflects the strength of our hardware, the power of our software, and the talent of the incredible Lucid team making it all happen. And this is just the beginning. These features will also come to the Lucid Gravity later this year. I can't wait for our customers to experience it. So this is the post that he went ahead and replied to. Let me go ahead and pull this up. So Lucid, again, says starting July 30th, hands-free driver assist and hands-free lane change will be available on the Lucid Air as well as the DreamDrive Pro. Once updated, it'll be the OTA stands for over-the-air software update. Vehicles can activate new features on compatible divided highways. Wow, interesting. Compatible divided highways. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and just take a look. Let's take a look at this video and just see what the demo looks like. All right, bear with me here. I'm gonna mute this just in case I get copyrighted. Okay, let's try this again. So he activates it with the left hand. He can take his hands off. I wonder if it says anything in the small print. It doesn't say anything about like being monitored. Okay, but so I would be curious to see if they have an internal cabin camera like Tesla's does. Obviously blinker, I like that. The Model S has that. The lane change assist. I'd be really curious to see if it has an internal cabin camera, because if not, then this was okay. I might get in trouble for saying this, but this was probably like one of my favorite parts of FSD. Was before FSD there was autopilot, and what you could do with autopilot was you could have it on autopilot and it wasn't using the internal camera. Back in like 2023 to late 2020 or early 2024, it wasn't using the internal cabin camera, so I could take it off FSD onto autopilot on the highway, and I could text on my phone like normal, because the software on the freeway highway, honestly, I don't know why we haven't adopted it more or made it almost mandatory, because the stopping speed on freeway highway is just so much better than a human. And the way that a car drives on a freeway and highway is relatively simple. You go straight, you have slight turns, nothing too crazy. So being able to increase efficiency by texting, doing emails, obviously in a responsible, again, might get in trouble for saying this. But I'd be really curious to see if they're going to take the Tesla approach and monitor your eyes, or if they're going to do the autopilot approach and just have you tug on the wheel every 30 seconds or so, which honestly you get in the habit of, and it's not too bad. So I thought that was a really cool update. Lucid's kind of getting slammed in the comments a little bit here. It's like, wow, game changer. Oh, let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys, and you guys can kind of see where Lucid's getting slammed in the comments. Wow, game changer. What game is he playing? Or a game changer? Yeah, 8 effing years late. So Lucid's getting slammed a little bit for being late here. You know what? The CEO, he's kind of gotten into the role and started kicking butt a little bit, to be honest. I don't mind it as much. I think he's doing a good job, especially prioritizing this ADAS system, which I think is great. I wanted to go ahead and read the official press release here and see if there's anything that we missed. The most advanced electrical vehicles today announced a major update to Dream Drive Pro suite of advanced driver assistance, hands-free driver assist, hands-free lane change. Okay, great. July 30th, Gravity will get it. I just want to see if there's anything else, of substance here. The driver activations that use the turn signal on compatible divided highways. I want to know how many highways this is. Is it just like a few, or are you going to be able to use it anywhere? I'm very curious to see that. In addition to these features, Lucid's Dream Drive Pro offers a glimpse into a future that Lucid is building with the impressive capabilities of our software-defined vehicles. With our in-house software stack, a comprehensive suite of 32 sensors and regular over-the-air updates, we have a roadmap to continue to deliver significantly more functionality to our owners in the future. Dream Drive Pro is an optional upgrade for Lucid vehicles featuring LiDAR, radar, visible light cameras, surround view cameras, and ultrasonic sensors. So remember, Lucid does have LiDAR. That's something that Tesla doesn't have, LiDAR. So that's going to be, I'm curious to see how this evolves. Obviously, it's been pretty slow if they're just now get it going to hands-free. But hey, maybe the CEO is prioritizing it. How much is Dream Drive Pro versus just the normal Dream Drive, and what is the difference? Do you get adaptive? It's probably like you get adaptive cruise control or something for Dream Drive. Let me just take a look. Here, I'll go ahead and share my screen with you guys now. So this is just designing the Gravity. I actually designed one with my wife, and she thought it was pretty impressive. Let me go ahead. I want to see how much does Dream Drive cost. Let's just do the Air Pure order. Can you make custom ones, or do you have to do? You may have to. I'm sure you can customize them somewhere, but you might have to. I want to design mine. It's probably gonna. I want to redo it. We decked it out to the most it could be. Let me open it on this tab right here. Okay, there we go. Options. Okay, Dream Drive. So there's Dream Drive 2. There's Dream Drive Premium and Dream. So let me see if I can show this to you guys now. Oh, it's stupid. It won't show it to you guys. Okay, you guys are gonna have to take my word for it. Dream Drive 2 Premium is $1,500, which I'm going to take a guess here is probably adaptive cruise control. I'll fact check it here in a second. Dream Drive Pro is $6,700. To put that into perspective, Tesla, I believe, is selling FSD at $8,000. Let's see. So if you go to Model 3, I'm just curious. FSDs, yeah, $8,000. $8,000 for FSD. And let's see here. What's the difference? Dream Drive Premium, 3D surround view. Okay, can I show this to you guys? Okay, so yeah, here's the difference between Dream Drive and Dream Drive Premium and Dream Drive Pro, which Tesla used to have like autopilot and FSD. I don't know if they still do, but this would be interesting. Hands-on drive assist, extended stop and go, active curve speed controls, traffic sign recognition, which I don't know what, maybe it just tells you on the heads up display, like stop sign coming up or something like that. Protection, like, so you kind of have like the safety things, the safety alerts. Okay, so that's Dream Drive. Dream Drive Premium is surround view monitoring, adaptive lane biasing, speed-based suggest lane change, adaptive drive beam, blind spot display, automated park in, park out. Okay, that's kind of neat. See-through vehicle display. Okay, and then Dream Drive Pro should be like the ADAS. Future capable ADAS hardware. Traffic light detection. Okay, cool. So that's what you get the ADAS capability. It's kind of like the FSD capability, but it's ADAS. So hey, the fact that they're rolling it out now is pretty cool. So that was the announcement for the Lucid Dream Drive Pro. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Lucid is late to the game? Are you happy that they're getting in the game? Do you think Lucid should ignore this and stay just in the manufacturing lane, or are you happy that the CEO is kind of prioritizing this? In my opinion, I think it's good. I think that this is just padding the margins. I think it's great. And I think a lot of people, they're not calling it full self-driving. They're not making any full self-driving promises. It's slightly cheaper than FSD, but nothing too crazy. So let me know what you guys think, but I think it's a good thing. I think that if they have a software team in-house that's doing this, the more the merrier. Keep developing it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Consider subscribing, and we'll, like always, see you next time. Thanks for watching. Cool. All right. All right. Okay, got that video done. Okay. So I want to go ahead and react to this. So there are these small clips. They're about a minute each. Okay. All right, I want to do a quick check. I didn't do a sound check because the system's been working great. So I'm sure people would have let me know if it wasn't, but let's keep going here. Thank you guys for watching, by the way. All right, cool. Looks like we're good on audio. That's good. All right. You guys ready to jump into the next topic that I have here? This is the Gavin Newsom one. I think this is really interesting. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. All right. I just wanted to see something really quick. Cool. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into our next video here. Okay. All right. What is his name called? Holy cow. Well, Sean Ryan's podcast, and there's a handful of things I want to react. Holy cow, Gavin. Holy cow, Governor. Okay. Holy cow, California's Governor Gavin Newsom recently went on to Sean Ryan's podcast. I would probably consider this podcast much more right-leaning than other podcasts that Gavin Newsom has gone on. He's had other right-leaning folks onto his podcast, but this time he's going in behind enemy lines, so to speak. And I wanted to react to a couple of the clips that I saw. This is a 4-hour podcast. I do plan on listening to it when I'm running or things like that, and I can react to these clips later. But I wanted to go ahead and react to some of these clips that I saw. I think it's absolutely fascinating. Let's go ahead and dive into it. So this first one is when Sean Ryan really starts to push back on Newsom's policies during COVID. And I think this is actually really fascinating. And I wanted to go ahead and react to it. Bear with me, guys. Sorry. Mini technical difficulty. Okay, now we can hear it. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into this clip on Gavin Newsom regarding the COVID-19 vaccine.
Now, do you really think that the vaccine prevented people from getting COVID?
I think it prevented the acuity of the symptoms and disease and kept people out of the emergency rooms. And I think that's universally accepted, at least by 90% of objective experts.
Man, I don't know. I just, when I wound up getting the vaccine. It's one of the only fucking things I regret. and I did it.
Which one was it? Did you go old school Johnson & Johnson?
Pfizer.
So you did the mRNA. Yeah, you did the novel, a different version.
And I was scared to death I was going to miss the birth of my son. So I took it. And then I got fucking COVID a couple weeks later, and they couldn't test. I got the test, and it was, this one's positive, this one's negative. And I'm like, you guys have any idea what the hell you're doing? Now,
okay, so obviously something that I don't love, I might have to just listen to the full podcast of this because there's not too much to react to. I mean, for those of you that are watching, I want to go ahead and maybe listen to this. Maybe we could get a good conversation out of this. But I really want to take the full segments of these and kind of react to them because I think that this would be some really I'm really, although I live in California, don't love what Governor Gavin Newsom has done in California. It is somewhat admirable that he's going on these right-leaning podcasts and having these conversations. And I really want to dissect these conversations because I think this is like what a healthy America looks like. It is the left and the right coming and debating in person. Obviously, Gavin Newsom is notorious for just like hurling tweets at JD Vance. I've covered that multiple times on this channel. So I do want to react to maybe listen to this full podcast together one day. But let's go ahead and just, since you guys are here and you guys have already invested into this clip, let's go ahead and keep finishing some of these reactions.
Do you think that everyday citizens carrying a gun reduces crime or increases crime?
I think the evidence suggests the opposite. It increases the likelihood of a gun death. And you look at all the states with the most comprehensive gun safety reforms, they have lower gun death rates than states with weaker gun laws. And there's a correlation there. California is one of the lowest gun death rates in America. The highest murder rates in the country tend to be red states. Significantly so. You look at the murder rate, 8 of the top 10 murder rates per capita in the country are all red states.
Well, I thought Chicago was the number one.
No, as cities, you'll have different experiences. But at state levels, gun safety, from our perspective, saves lives. And we have the data to bear that out. You look at the common sense gun safety laws that California started establishing in the 90s. You look at our gun death rate from the 90s till today, significant reduction. Nation-leading reduction in the gun death rate. So that's the prison to which I'm into the data. I'm into the evidence. I'm also deeply mindful and respectful of the Second Amendment and people's constitutional rights.
So it looks like most of you, it's funny, most of you didn't care for this. segment. It looks like a lot of you guys fell off, which is fine, respectable. Doesn't look like Gavin Newsom. He says he's a fan of the data, didn't come with any data, but neither did Sean Ryan. He could have said like, "Hey, California is fairly strict on gun laws. Here are the gun deaths." So it just there wasn't a ton of data there. Somewhat disappointing for guys that say they like data. Were those I think those might have been the only clips. Let me see if there's anything good on Sean Ryan, Gavin Newsom. Okay, I want to see. Let's try this clip. Since I did a segment on this, let's try this clip. It's 8 minutes. Okay. Let's see here. Whoops. Let's share this tab. Let me make sure this is it's 360p. Okay.
Joe Rogan texted me.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and react to this, and then I'll summarize it at the end.
Joe Rogan texted me.
Joe, I loved it. By the way, I'm a Joe Rogan fan. He ain't a fan of mine.
Gavin Newsom is doing so good at playing both sides. He's doing the Obama hands. He is getting ready for a presidential run, in my opinion. Like, he wouldn't be doing these podcasts unless he was ready for a presidential run. I think that's what he's doing. Let's keep going. It just right off the bat, like he's coming across. He's like, he wants to reach across both aisles. Like, I love Joe Rogan. Let's keep listening.
But I'm a Joe Rogan fan. No bull.
Right on.
And I've lived with for decades. I feel like it's a decade.
Okay, a good friend of mine. So this is from Joe Rogan.
Oh, God.
This is a tough one.
He won't have me on the show, by the way.
Let's just go ahead and start with the.
Okay, I just want to react to the clip. I'm going to skip through this guy. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but I want to react to the clip. He did a good job at clipping this. So credit. If he's watching this, which I doubt he is, thank you for clipping.
Policy around why he
Let's see.
did things as it pertained to COVID. Take a look.
Okay, let's watch.
About 2 minutes after I did the post,
What do you got?
Joe Rogan texted me.
Joe, I loved it. By the way, I'm a Joe Rogan fan. He ain't a fan of mine, but I'm a Joe Rogan fan. No bull.
Right on.
And I've lived with for decades. I feel like it's a decade.
A good friend of mine. So this is from Joe Rogan.
Oh, God.
This is a tough one.
He won't have me on the show, by the way.
Who will be held accountable for mandating COVID-19 vaccines for children, which were unnecessary and ineffective? And who will take responsibility for the unprecedented increases in myocarditis and cancer cases among them? Second to that.
So while I know this is like the worst, like most people are probably going to click off of this video, but why wouldn't I'm curious why Joe Rogan wouldn't have Gavin Newsom on his podcast. If Gavin Newsom runs for president, I bet Joe Rogan will flip-flop on that because he had Trump on his podcast, and he gave reasons why he had Trump on his podcast. But I want to see. I don't know why he doesn't want to have Gavin Newsom on his podcast because he is kind of the talking ground. He is good at facilitating this, and he should be able to ask these hard balls to Gavin Newsom. So I don't know if that's the full truth. I don't know if Joe Rogan doesn't want to go on Gavin Newsom, or I don't know if Gavin Newsom wants to go on Joe Rogan.
Do you feel any remorse for that draconian decision that was obviously heavily influenced by the pharmaceutical companies' desire for maximum profit?
Florida shut down their bars and restaurants before California. Before California. The question was, when did we start to unwind some of those restrictions? California was more restrictive, and we were certainly aggressive at scale. As it relates to vaccines save lives. But Joe asked a very different question about children, and I respect that. And that was where there was a lot of feedback with a lot of experts that I had as advisors. By the way, I used advisors from 2 other states. So with humility, seriously, humility and grace, I've asked them to have that report done. It's going to be done next month. And it'll be the only state that I know of that is putting out a truly objective review of what went right and what went wrong. And I know everyone's a goddamn genius now in hindsight.
No.
Okay, I don't want this. Sorry. Let's keep going. That's probably look. It's an ad. Let's not get the ad. Sorry. I just want the clip. Is that all there is? Nope. Let's keep. Here we go.
From getting COVID.
I think it prevented the acuity of the symptoms and disease and kept people out of the emergency rooms. And I think that's universally accepted, at least by 90% of objective experts.
Man, I don't know. I just, when I wound up getting the vaccine. It's one of the only things I regret. and I did it.
Which one was it? Did you go old school Johnson and Johnson?
Pfizer.
So you did the mRNA. Yeah, you did the novel, a different version.
And I was scared to death I was going to miss the birth of my son. So I took it. And then I got COVID a couple weeks later.
Look, it's messy. Life's messy. Public health is messy. And there's no experts out here. There's, again, back to, I just think everybody, I don't know how to best say it. Anyone else?
He did not have PR training for this question. Very interesting. In my opinion, he doesn't look like he had PR. He's very on the ball when he has replies, but he's having to take a second how to reply to this. He said, I don't know how to reply to this.
Certainty about what we did or didn't do or could have. I mean, just
no.
Okay. I'm sure he's a nice guy. That's the whole clip. Okay. Have a couple problems with this clip. There was way too many cuts for me to tell what actually happened. So I'm just going to have to end up reacting to that whole podcast because I don't know. I don't love it. I don't love the way that it's cut. I don't like the sponsorships in the middle, whatever. So I don't really want to use that video. What do you guys think? Whoever's watching, let me know. Should I post that video? Okay. Let's see. Let's do the last thing that I had posted, and then I'll probably wrap up here. Keep it short tonight. I need to do a ravine analysis really bad. Okay, let's look at stop. I've never done this, so maybe we can do it live together. Majorie. US representative stock trading. Okay, let's try this. Maybe you guys can help me with this. US representative stock trading. Is there an official? I want to see the official. Where's the official tracker? Politicians reporting. Financial disclosures. Okay. I've never had to look for one of these before. For members and staff. Is this in the right place? Those are her votes. Sorry, I'm going to move this onto this page. Oh, you guys can still see that. Okay. I want to see her financial disclosures. Let me try this. That's old. These are old. When was it? April 17th. I want to find where these reports are. That's not what I want. What was it? April 17th? Okay, right now what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the filing for I'm looking for the filing for this. Wait, how much does it say she purchased? Ah, yeah, this is it. Okay, so I have confirmed this is true. Okay. Okay, so this is the actual filing. Good, we found that. I'm going to download that just to be safe. Okay, now let's share that tab. Okay, PLTR. On April 8th. April 8th, she bought 30K of Palantir. And on April 17th, they announced a new contract publicly. April 8th. And then April 17th. Okay, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Okay, let's do a quick video on this. Then we'll probably wrap it up. All right. Okay. Let's try this. $30,000 worth of stock. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. Well. Marjorie Taylor Greene has done it again. She may be the best stock picker since Warren Buffett. Check this out. On or around April 8th, Marjorie Taylor Greene purchased Well. Marjorie Taylor Greene may be the best stock picker since Warren Buffett. Check this out. So, on or around April 8th, 2025, Marjorie Taylor Greene purchased 2 allotments of up to $15,000 of Palantir shares. Again, this is on April 8th and April 9th. Now, what's really interesting is on April 17th, on April 18th here, ICE, dang it. Now, what's really interesting here is that ICE then announced a $30 million contract to build Immigration OS surveillance platform. As you can see, April 18th, they announced that contract. Let's see what Palantir has done since then. So she purchased on April 8th. If you go up until today, it's up 92%. And even after the contract, it's just absolutely mooned. So you tell me, do you think Marjorie Taylor... Marjorie Taylor Greene sits on the House. Marjorie Taylor Greene sits on the House. Marjorie Taylor Greene sits on the House. Marjorie Taylor Greene sits on the House Homeland Security Committee. Marjorie Taylor Greene sits on the House Homeland Security Committee. Marjorie Taylor Greene sits on the House Homeland Security Committee. You tell me, is she just really good at picking stocks, or did she know something beforehand? Should politicians be allowed to trade single stocks? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Okay. That is it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm tired. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.